Hello, Stuart.
Hi.
I'm Michael Sacco, founder of Choco Sol. So how can I help you today?
Well, I'm here to buy chocolate.
All right. So I'll tell you right off the bat, the kind of chocolate you're going to find here is you're going to find chocolate that's a food. You're not going to find chocolate candy.
You're gonna... I don't understand. Yes, it's food, but I never thought of it as food except as a mole sauce.
Yeah, so cacao is a spice in a mole sauce. It activates your taste buds more than any other known food. One of the reasons why it was used as a currency by Mesoamericans, and in fact even by the Spaniards until about the 18th century, cacao was used as currency.
As currency?
Currency. But here's the interesting thing about the cacao economy. Unlike the Europeans' gold and silver, where the richest man or woman was the one who accumulated the most gold and silver, the richest man or woman in Mexico was the one who had the most cacao to give away. So it was a potlatch economy.
How did you become interested in this economy and cacao and you look like you're very focused?
Yeah, by serendipitous chance. And let me tell you why. So I was doing a master's in environmental studies at York University, and I was developing a solar concentrator. I was invited to share that technology with indigenous communities in Oaxaca. And one day, there was an indigenous grandmother, and she heard about how we had been in the mountains solar roasting coffee, and she said, hey, it's Christmas time, Christmas 2003. Would you help me make my great-grandmother's Christmas chocolate? And as a technologist, I was like, yes! An application for my solar technology. I'm in. The delicious, nutritious invitation of chocolate, the symbolic vehicle of chocolate, became a way to embody this ecological, healthy, regenerative research that I was doing in something tangible and in something that I could make a dignified living from instead of depending on government grants or having no money whatsoever.
So the ecology is clearly important to you, and the whole currency and all that stuff. But how does the organic side of it play into that? Where does your cacao come from?
So our cacao comes from two places. One, it comes from the Lacandon jungle. This is Don Florentino Gomez Lopez. He's a Tojo Mayan farmer in the Lacandon jungle, and he's washing his beautiful 7-day fermented cacao that he gets from his forest garden in the river. This cacao comes from small plot intensive forest gardens, and we get about 50% of our cacao thanks to Don Flor. The other 50% of the cacao, I'm very proud about that as well. We have this relationship with the first private reserve in the Dominican Republic. And this private reserve was established to provide habitat for a bird, a migratory bird from Vermont, Quebec, and New York, Maine, and New Brunswick, the Bicknell thrush. But its numbers were diminishing. So they started realizing that deforestation in Haiti has resulted in this. So they founded this private reserve to create forest gardens of organic cacao and other crops that would allow these birds to have a really great wintering ground. So not only is that cacao, 50% of the cacao we get, organic, it's organic certified, it's the first carbon credit cacao in the history of the Dominican Republic, and we've been buying it for 2 years. And it's a bird sanctuary for our migratory birds.
So Mike, can you show me how this is done?
You will now be invited into
the inner sanctuary.
The inner sanctum of chocolate grinding, where we stone grind our chocolate. Please put that on your head, and I shall do the same. We shall proceed beneath the threshold of chocolate conviviality. Stuart, I'm going to introduce you to the team. First of all, we have Crystal on Porter is our lead production animator, our chocolatier. She's the one that grinds the cacao. She's the one that is truly the heart of our operation. Pumping, not blood, but chocolate, which is good for your blood. So what we have here is a stone grinder. There's 2 millstones in there and an auger. Crystal's going to make sure that her stones are not too tight, that they're level, and then she's going to turn on the grind. When she grinds it, one of the stones is going to start turning. That's going to turn the auger, and that's going to suck the cacao in. As the cacao gets sucked in and across the millstones, it's going to be heated up by the millstones, and the cellulose of the cacao is going to be broken down, releasing the cocoa butter and creating that lovely, sacred alchemical substance known as cacao liquor.
The cacao bean is about 54% fat content. So with the heat that's created with the friction of the volcanic stones, it's coming out so smooth. So in this grinder, what we've got going on here is we're grinding our drinking chocolate from Choco Sol. You can see it's pretty viscous in there. And what this machine does, there's two granite stones and a granite stone base. It's actually grinding. So we're grinding with stones here, and we're grinding again with stones here.
But as you can see, we have very simple ingredients. We're not using processed food in here. There's no soy lecithin, there's no nuts, there's no dairy. This is chocolate with simple ingredients in it, and we're processing these ingredients. We even grow herbs and spices on our green room for it. Most chocolates traditionally were drank. In fact, the word chocolate means bitter water, chocolat.
This will sound weird. It's like a drinking herb. Is that weird?
Nope.
I mean, I'm enjoying it.
So the chocolate is really earthy, and that leads us to one of the other ecological things about chocolate that the ancients knew, and that you cannot have the food of the gods unless you have the soil of the gods. Okay, let's go eat some Jaguar chocolate. So let me give you, to start off, the gold. The gold is the Jaguar chocolate. It's a symbol. It's where all the ingredients in this, the people we source it from, the way in which we source it, the way in which we make it, the way in which we celebrate it. The opportunity, Stuart, that I have to share this with you right now and share this story, that is the beauty of chocolate. Give me a hug, buddy.
Oh.